right, we should be live. Starting a little late because we didn't see that Oak was already there. Wasn't added to Streamlabs. So yeah. Glad you said something, Oak. All right, so we should be live on both Twitch and YouTube. Let me just confirm that real quick. Yep, all good. All right, guys. So we're back with some first edition Dungeons and Dragons. We're playing through the third and last module of the Desert of Desolation series. This one's called the Tomb of Martech. And Jeff's back with us. He had some audio and video issues last time, but everything seems to be holding pretty well this time around. Dion, who are you playing tonight?
Hello. Tonight, I'm playing Patty Arquette, the level 6 human barbarian.
All right. And Jeff, who you got?
I have Talina, the human fighter druid. Former fighter, current druid. She still fights, though.
A fighty druid. Bill.
Hello, everybody. I'm Bill. I am playing Dunby of Stonehill. He is the level 5 dwarven fighter.
Right. And Oak.
Hey, it's Oak. I'm playing Thybor, the level 7 half-orc fighter.
Okay. Richard is unable to join us tonight. He'll be back in future episodes with any luck. Brendan is just neck deep in getting his business open. So once things calm down, we should have a Brendan again. But last time, you guys successfully found, something. You found something. After using a bunch of crystal pillars as a tuning fork, smacking them real hard because when in doubt, beat it. And that seems to be the thing. You were brought to this huge place in the sky, which ends up being a large jungle forested area where you're met by a bunch of fairly friendly tribal folks who bring you to their village. The headman of the village, guessing he's a headman, never really introduced himself as such. After seeing the glowing crystals that Patty was waving about, asked you to kindly hide those. And that their village wise man would be around later as he is out in the jungles collecting. But that's where we left off. So you guys are in this large jungle area. You can tell that you're inside of a structure. Like when you look up, you can kind of see the curvature of a dome above you, but there's also kind of like a lighting display that does kind of wane and wax through the day. You believe that likely as the night approaches, it probably will dim as well. But otherwise, you just have a feeling of being in a fairly dense jungle with much cleared out pathways. So there you are. You've been given a hut. They don't know exactly why you're here. You were told that everyone that's here is pretty much stuck here. They've been here for generations. They know of no way to get out of here. And Talina pops back in, thrown out of one of Grown Wolf's portals. I guess this time you're wearing go-go boots and a mini skirt. large poofy hair.
Nice.
Been there.
I'm back.
Who's that?
I had a message pop up.
Okay. Fair enough. All right, guys. What do you want to do?
I'm partying with the
You're
fish.
partying. Yep. You're given a platter full of steamed vegetables and some meat of some sort.
I eat it.
And
Who gives it
fish.
to us?
Just one of the villagers just brings you a platter of food.
Can
So,
I control
like,
dead fish?
so So,
No, your
like,
your
when
your
I
cod
get,
piece of fish talking does not allow you to necromantically talk to dead fish. It's only a cod piece of talking to live fish.
And which section are we at there? Are we at the 14 or was that
I5.
15?
So right
Or
there.
I5?
Yeah.
so when I get a chance, when these villagers come by, it's like you guys have been stuck here for generations. You never thought of trying to leave.
We thought about it and just found no way to leave. The portal that you arrived on, it seems to be one way. We've found no way to get it to operate, to go back.
Are there pillars there still?
Yes.
Okay.
I mean, if this is a finite space, like, couldn't we just find the edge of it and try to knock a hole in the wall or something?
To what?
Yeah. We've never been able to harm the structure that contains the jungle.
Checking the flora and fauna, is it Earth-like or?
Very much so. Yeah.
So
So
we like
nothing-
recognize everything around here. It's not like, oh my god, what the hell is that?
If your character had spent any time in a jungle back in Greyhawk, then yes. Although that's probably not true for most of you.
Yeah.
I'm sure I've probably seen some jungles sailing around with the liches in the past.
Yes,
or-
absolutely. Actually, especially since you're a barbarian as well, you can identify the meat. It is extremely large tarantula that's been cooked up.
I stop eating it. I look at everyone else. Are they eating it?
Yeah.
I'm not eating tarantula.
Yeah.
I keep eating it.
Okay. We need the nourishment.
Yeah, get your protein where you can. There's also fish as well.
Listen, eating bugs is very nutritious.
But the fish is dead. You're eating dead fish, so I don't know.
All right, yeah. Other than you're told that the village wise man is out in the jungles. Other than that, they just give you the run of the place. So far, you haven't killed anyone yet. So, yeah.
I roll for initiative. No.
The tarantula wins.
Oh,
It
shit.
crawls
So
out of your
I-
throat.
Oh no, dyspeptic bowels.
Talina will ask about predators. What type of predators are in the area? What type of things are there? Are we the top of the end of the track here, or is there
There are
anything?
very large tarantulas, giant scorpions. Patty, didn't you present them with the one of the seeds of the grenade palm?
Yeah.
Yeah, so they actually recognize that. They're like, yeah,
Oh.
these exist here.
Oh, can I have it back then? I thought you didn't have it.
Yeah, hand it back. Some large cats as well.
Okay.
So there are dangers about, but the spiders in particular are good protein. They grow large and they grow quickly.
Okay. Have they domesticated anything?
The cats on occasion.
Okay. Are there any living plants? Any dangerous animated plants?
Animated is the thing. So yeah, the plants are living. Animated, no. Although they do warn you of the grenade palms. Although since Patty brought them a seed to one, they assume you knew what it is.
Yeah.
Very tasty.
Okay, but stuff like yellow musk and giant edible, mat-eating plants and stuff like that.
No, nothing like that. No, nothing
Okay.
like that.
All right.
The other thing that's in abundance, you had passed a lot of these red berries growing in the jungle as well. They're edible. They're good to eat.
Okay. So, was there anybody damaged? Were there any encounters that we were damaged from?
I don't think so, although some of you might have had lingering damage from prior sessions.
FK said I got to bring dogs in. They're raising hell.
Yep, go ahead.
Okay. So, would this be a good time for us to heal up to full and rest?
Well, there's no healing up to full in first edition quickly. I mean, you can sleep and get back
Not
to 2 hit
quickly.
points.
Yeah, not quickly. I'm talking. I mean, if we're going to take a week or whatever, I mean, is there any imperative that needs to be done today or in the next 6 hours or anything like that?
I mean, as far as you know, you're just waiting. I mean, you have no real clear idea why you're even here. When the supposed good Jin was released and went to battle the evil Jin, you were all just basically teleported here. And Tristan's character, the character Tristan, was told that you were needed here, and that was it. So you weren't really given any guidance. The tomb that you're in, well, you don't actually know that this is the tomb, but the Tomb of Martech is where you suspect that you are, or in some antechamber of that. Martek was the maids that originally captured and contained the evil Jin.
Okay. So yeah, then if that's the case, I'll suggest to everybody, eat up, get your strength back, sharpen your weapons, mend your gear, and we'll wait and see what happens. Just be alert.
Patty is too stupid to ask this question.
Here, I'm going to put this back on the screen. This was something that was translated by Tristan earlier, since you weren't here for it, Jeff.
Okay.
Martek and his sphere of power. To retrieve this is your quest and Destiny's Cree, an ancient prophecy of doom and death that men of courage should face without regret. To his mighty temple tomb against the shores of the sky, that mighty monument of his life and passing, you must now find and enter. Gain the gem before you take the power to glow whence pointed towards Martek's towers, where if survive those here assembled, it shall be your finest hour. So the gems that you had did in fact glow, and they acted kind of like a lodestone, and that's what brought you to the area you are now, Jeff.
Okay. All right. Well, I think for the immediate, for right now, it's okay to. I would suggest that we heal up and refit. I got cure light wounds. I can burn those on people. If anybody really, if we have anybody who's like super down, and if we want to take a couple of days, whatever it is, has been here for thousands of years. So
Thiber and Dion, or Thiber and Patty, I think if any characters were wounded much, it was your two.
Oh yeah, I'm at half.
Okay.
And that's a lot.
I'm down 13.
yeah, I figure if we're gonna go into this thing, let's do it. Full with a full tank.
Yeah, I'll get mine. I'll be at full with a night. I'm only down 2, so
Yeah, so just a night's sleep for you.
With me and the party, heal 2 plus your con. So.
Oh, nice.
Okay, so Patty's too dumb to ask this, but I'm really curious, and I'm hoping that somebody else in the party who might be smart enough may think of this. Do they know what year it is? Have they been keeping track of time, or is there a way that we can figure out if there's like a time-space difference in this place? Because I'm waiting for us to be here for like a week, and then we pop out, and it's like 5 years after the Jin War of the desert that rocked the world or something. I'm terrified of some time-space thing happening here. Like the Amber Castle. Was that this group? That was the other group.
Hmm.
Yeah, I haven't gone through Castle Amber on this character.
Mhm.
Yeah, time goes differently there, so I'm like, oh god, is this like one of those things? But oh, maybe we'll skip the entire War of Greyhawk though. We should stay a while.
I mean,
This
if
is-
you ask what day it is, someone does tell you, but
Stay a while.
the way that they measure their days are different, apparently.
Oh.
So you don't know exactly. You don't know. It doesn't really tell you much.
Is there a sun in the sky?
There's not a sun per se, but the light that's been given off by the top of the dome has been waning all day long. So you feel like there is a night-day cycle.
Okay.
Okay.
But it's just like someone's like lowering the dimmer switch.
Yeah.
Okay.
Mhm.
All right. Patty's weirded out. He's like, there's too much magics.
All right. Well, if you want to, it was late in the day when you got teleported up here. And again, the light is starting to wane at the top of the dome in the sky. So if you wanted to start casting your healing spells and rest up, we can do that. So far, the village's elder or wise man hasn't returned.
Mm-mm.
Yeah.
Are we gonna set watches tonight?
Nah, we're in a whole community of people.
Let them set watches.
Mm-hmm.
Create water.
All right. Yeah. So the night passes uneventfully then. Go ahead and roll your dice for your spell, for the healing spell, for those you need it. How many could you cast?
Well, since if we're going to do it the next morning, I can just do full on 1, 2, 3, 4.
Oh.
I can do 5 healing spells,
Okay. And what size die?
5 cure lights,
5 cure lights. Okay. So those
Yeah,
are
1d8.
D6s or D8s. Okay.
D8s.
How many do you give to each? Dion and Thyber, the only, or Patty and Thyber are the only two that are
I
significant.
just need 9 hit points.
Okay, so let me give you 2.
I need 39.
Yeah, let me give you 2.
Yeah, if do Patty first if need be.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, let me get.
Say I'm only 9 down. I'm 64 of 73.
Well, he just rolled 4, so you can heal those 4.
Hey, we got a
That's
raid.
you.
Hey, guys.
Oh.
Hey, thanks.
We're just getting started. We're playing some first edition Dungeons and Dragons. We're going through the Desert of Desolation series. We're on the last module, Tomb of Martech, right now. All right, so you're rolling the spell for hit points.
Yeah, and I'm gonna give 3 over to Patty.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, jeez, that's horrible.
Man, I'm telling you.
All right.
I'm up to 3/4.
So Thyber gets back 4, Patty gets back 6, and then 2 more for resting the night. Thyber gets back 4, Patty gets back 6. Well, I'm getting echo through somebody. 2 more for resting the night.
Not me.
Actually, I think I'm hearing the stream in the background. That's what it is. Anyway, so the next morning you're told that Trifakis, who is the kind of village, not headsman, he's more of their wiseman, has returned to his hut, and they tell you how to get there. They'll send some people with you to just take down this trail, go right when you hit an intersection, and you'll see his hut. And so after you have regained your spells, if you want to go and see the elder, you can. Or if you want to do something else, certainly can.
Yeah, we should probably go see the elder and then maybe stay one more night, and I don't know, you can heal again.
All right. So the hexes on this map are 10 feet. So this isn't like a huge amount of area. If you follow the trail, they'll send like just one young warrior with you, just to warn you if he sees anything. The paths are generally safe, though. So you come in, you notice that there is a river that flows through here. You can easily ford it. And there's a path that continues north, but they ask you to take the one to the west. And breaks into this area where you see there's a hut in a small clearing. Hut's up on stilts. Again, you get the idea, like the area floods. You've seen a lot of huts that have been built up on stilts like this. It's small, it's well built. Right outside, there is somebody in robes, which is a little odd, considering the sun is beating down. It's fairly warm. The covered hood, covered to the arms and robes, and they're splitting wood outside of the hut. Your village guide has left you at this point.
Okay.
Somebody going to talk to the elder, or you say he's gone?
I'll approach.
Okay. As you
And I'll
approach,
kneel.
you notice as the person raises up the axe and brings it down, the skin that's exposed is like it's like very kind of dusky, dark. You weren't part of the crew when they were in the Underdark, so
Nope.
yeah, but it's very unusual. Definitely not the tone of the villagers who were deeply tanned.
Hmm.
And then person turns to you and has very elven features, but the hair is like jet white, and again has a hooded cloak on. You turns to look at you. Very striking features, and kind of the lips kind of move up in kind of a sneer. It's like, so the place has trapped more of you, has it?
Patty, not ever seeing a drow before, points at him and goes, "Oh, you look cool. How'd you get your skin that way?"
You'll have to ask my mother.
Oh.
Would Dunby know anything about? I'm
Absolutely, Dunby would.
so I'm probably pretty like on guard with this once
Yeah.
I see that she's a drow.
Fiber has been in the Underdark.
Yeah, we've
Definitely.
definitely met them before.
Yeah. So as you approach, he's taking a break, wipes the sweat off his brow as he leans on his axe. So, what was it? Profit, prophecy, or stupidity?
A
A little
Dejin.
bit of both.
There were three choices there. I'm going to
It was-
assume the stupidity.
It was a Dejin. They said we were needed here.
Okay. Well, you might as well go talk to Trefakis. He's up there. I got to finish cutting this wood.
And nod, and I offer. I reach a hand out as if I'm asking for the axe.
Puts the axe in your hand.
I start goosh, 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 wood. I just start chopping the wood for him.
He sits down and he unpacks a sandwich. He just eats and watches.
Yep. I just. Goosh. I go. You go on ahead. This is fun.
Patty power levels by killing wood.
I'm gonna level my wood cutting up so hard. The next tree I go to chop down is gonna be animated and evil. Come on, RuneScape.
Okay. Yeah, everyone just going to hang outside the hut.
Yeah, I mean, wait till Patty's done.
Oh no, Patty
You
looks
got an
like
extra
he's-
sandwich in there?
He throws you a sandwich.
I do
Sit
it
back and
until
watch
he's
Patty.
finished eating, and then I'll just offer him the axe back.
Yeah, he'll take it after he's taking a break.
I'm got
He'll
nice,
nod. He doesn't thank you, but he'll nod at
I'm
you.
glistening with sweat now. I'm all freshly oiled, and
It's a
you know,
Photoshop for Patty.
yeah,
The
I
sun
walk by
comes up
like,
just so these glistening in the sunlight.
yeah, I swagger on up towards the chieftain now, looking all oiled up and ready.
All right. Well, you go up the steps to the hut, and there's an older man. Looks more like the villagers that you've passed before, but older, long gray beard, and he's tending a fire. He's got various pots brewing, bubbling over as you're coming up. He looks back at you and then does a double take. It's like, oh, outside guests. It's been a while. Come in, come in.
Saunter through the doorway sideways. It's probably not built for someone as big
No.
as me.
No. That and Patty always walks like this, you know. And
Yeah,
it
he's
just takes up more space than he needs to. He's got like benches where you can take seats. It's really warm in this hut. There's like this low hanging, it's just smoke coming off of the pit that's burning in there. You feel a little swimmy headed. And I mean, instantly break into a sweat, although Patty's already sweating.
Hell yeah, don't let them see my weakness. I'm already weak.
Never let him see you sweat.
Never.
Well, have you worked out yet that you're trapped here like the rest of us? I don't know what you come seeking here in this place.
I repeat the thing I mimic it from memory.
Ah.
The wizard thing, the prophecy.
Okay. He says, yes. Such writings have been seen on stones about here and there. This certainly is somewhere here is the Tomb of Martech, I believe. We've all been here trapped for generations.
How do we get out?
There's no way out that we know of.
What all's been tried?
The walls, the container that we're in. And actually, he reaches on his on his shelf and he pulls out like a round retort, and like there's some vegetation in it. There's some flowers growing, and he says, "Much like this, we are a system within a container. However," and he smacks the container, and the glass cracks. He says, "However, our container is not made of such simple stuff as this. We've not been able to damage it, scar it, even mar it in any way. Did you come by the platform to the south?"
Yes.
"How did you operate the platform?"
I hit it.
Actually, that's not how you got here. Hitting this thing, you did something else, if you remember.
That's all I know. Yeah. I hit it.
But there must have been a key of sorts that brought you here. Do you happen to have 3 stones?
We have 2.
Only 2?
Mm-hmm.
Ah. Well, it may be that those stones, which the knowledge of has been passed down from father to son for a very long time. But they've never been here before. Perhaps those stones can provide a way off, but there's supposed to be 3, not 2.
Perhaps the other stone is here.
If so, no one has found it. though the jungle is dense and grows quickly, the area here is not very large.
Is there any place that like people don't go or is forbidden or anything here?
To the north, where the waters, you passed a river coming here. The headland to those rivers is a place that we do not go.
Why don't you go there?
Um, it's forbidden. It's a dangerous place.
That's where we're gonna find that stone.
Yeah.
I mean, I figure
Who's
if
made it?
everyone's been here for generations, it's got to be someplace they don't go very much.
And who made it forbidden?
The environment, more than anything else. There are large scorpions, large spiders here. They nest and seem to be in larger numbers to the north. It's dangerous. It's not that no one can go there. It's just not the smartest thing.
Or maybe if somebody had forbidden it, maybe they were trying to keep people here.
No, just fraught with dangers, many dangers. I think those stones and the platform you arrived in, there must be some way to reactivate that platform. I don't know of anything specific, though. So all of you are starting to feel very lightheaded with all the fumes in the place. This man is sweating as well, but he seems to be well used to the fumes. He seems to be concocting something with the various jars and vials that are boiling, simmering in the room.
Yeah, Talena's gonna let herself out.
Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah. You both kind of stumble out at this point, very lightheaded. It's hard. It's difficult to control your limbs.
Cyborg's going to stay in there.
Okay.
Is there a big pot, like a really big one?
Yes.
I stare at it. Teach me your magics. And boop. I think that's too high.
It refuses
number.
to teach you its magics, but it says nice at your roll.
Nice.
Um,
Let's see. Yeah, it's a 50%. Okay.
yeah. Although that you're staring at it, he will comment that it's like, oh yes, I'm brewing some poultices and some simple poisons for the villagers. They put it on their arrows and spears. It helps to take down the scorpions. It's mild. It won't cause you any distress.
It's herbal.
Yes.
Herb.
Can you teach me?
Well, if you have the time, the plants can be found locally, and must be ground into a paste and then heated and boiled. And I mean, he goes through and describes the process of what he's doing. But the two of you that are still in there, go ahead and make me save versus poison.
Yeah.
My dog just laid on my feet, looking belly up, looking at me like, "Why aren't you paying attention to me?"
Yeah, both of us made it.
Okay. Other than getting kind of a headache now, and again, your movements are a little sluggish. You're fine. You notice that the older man, it could be age, or it could be that he's affected as well. But he moves slowly and he holds on to things as he walks around. But Patty, he will describe the routes in case that you do stay a while. It would be helpful if out in the jungle you find some of these and can retrieve them. It would be useful to the tribe.
Okay. I have a thing where I'm good at scavenging and all that. So yeah, or not scavenging, but foraging and all that. So yeah, does he have like dried versions of it or even fresh versions that
Fresh.
aren't
It's
ground
best
up?
fresh. It must be pounded into a paste and boiled within a day of being cut. And he shows you it looks like a root, although he tells you it's a limb of a tree that grows out of the ground.
Okay, so I'll keep an eye out for that stuff. Then I commit it to memory, so I can find that stuff later.
Okay. Those of you that go outside, the wood cutting is resumed. The dark elf is just continuing on doing just menial work around the place. Is there any questions you want to ask the elder?
No, personally, I think we probably need to heal up a little bit more. I got a couple of Cure Serious that I can put in, and then I just want to get us up to full so we can go. But I don't have any kind of. We have a mission. It's in the poetry.
Well, he has herbs that will keep wounds from becoming infected and that will speed natural healing, but he doesn't have anything that's going to be as good as your spells.
Yeah.
All right, so we just want to rest for a day still, or before we want to heal up more? You're saying?
Yeah, I think I mean, unless you guys really want to go do this, I think we should at least get to full
So,
HP.
if that's the case, why don't we just I mean, he mentioned the ingredients. Why don't we spend a day just collecting ingredients nearby so we don't go too deep in, and maybe we can ask for like a scout or two to show us safe foraging areas, and
Sounds good.
that way maybe they'll give us some poison to take with us.
Oh, you feel pretty confident you could make it yourself now, but if you
Yeah.
ask for some, they could give you some.
Well, I want to ask to help look for some for
Sure.
the village, because he said it helps them, so they helped us. Reciprocity.
All right. Okay. Well, if you want to go out and do that, just to get a better understanding of the area. Are you staying the places I've exposed there on the map, or did you want to go further than what I'm showing you?
I'm gonna ask a local where they suggest I could find the stuff.
Banks of the river, like just follow the river.
Yeah, so we'll just follow the river along back to the portal, the one that goes from the town and back. We can just walk along that for a day.
Do we have canoes?
We can do that
You
too.
haven't seen canoes. The
Okay.
river is it's not very small. The largest body of water you've seen was I-5, the lake.
Mhm.
Oh, it's an interstate. Okay. Well, we should get on that. Is the river, large enough for a canoe or a...
Not really. It's not very wide. It's only like
It's like a
3,
big
4
creek?
feet wide. Yeah, it's like a big creek.
Okay. Well, I guess we can. You guys can go ahead and do that. I'm going to prep my spells. I have to do praying and all of that.
All right, so you're gonna follow the river's path back to. Are you staying on the yellow path, or are you going into the jungle?
I'll go. Do they suggest that the jungle's okay in this area?
Oh no, the jungles are not okay.
Okay.
The only safe
So then-
paths, but the root or the tree is only found in denser jungle along the streams.
Well, can I use my barbarian leadership to try and get a scouting party to come with me?
Yeah, you can roll it.
Alright, so what's it add to it again? Let me check. I'm so glad I get to use this. My level to my charisma score. So 13 is the total. I rolled a 1.
Low success, so you get a few. You get like 5 villagers that are they would have had to go out searching for the tree root soon anyway.
Hmm.
So they'll go with you. Is the rest of the
Okay.
party, other than Talina, going as well or not?
Yeah, I'll go.
Yeah.
All right. So you head back south. You follow the stream. You are shown what the tracks of the various large jungle cats look like, how to avoid them. You're shown what the scorpion and the spider track look like. But that's not what you come across. What you come across is you find a particular bank where a lot of it's growing along the side. And as you're going to go, you step into the river and you're about to harvest some, Dion. There's another party that just kind of breaks out of the forest ahead of you. Looks like they're looking for the same thing. They look similar to the villagers that welcomed you, but the paint colors on them are very different. And the 5 tribesmen that are with you immediately take up defensive positions with their spears.
Mm.
And what are
How
y'all
many?
worried about?
How many of them are there?
Let's see, 6 of them.
Oh, okay. We outnumber them. I kind of stand there, and I'm not covered in any paint. And I step forward, and I call out to them. I hail them.
So one of the villagers puts a hand on your shoulder and says,
Oh.
Those are mad dogs. They don't follow the laws."
But we're next to the ingredients right now, right?
Yes. Yep.
All right. So are they still coming towards us, or?
They kind of stop to see what you're doing. They're armed as well, and the spears are at the ready, but they're not. Yeah, it's kind of a standoff. You don't know if they're going to be aggressive or not.
I wave. Just, and then I go and I try and pick some roots. Like,
Okay.
I'm not showing any animosity.
Okay. How about the rest of you?
I'm just getting the two-hander ready. I'm not being aggressive, but I'm ready to fight.
Okay. Well, if nobody is doing anything overt, they just kind of slink back into the jungle. So you successfully harvest plenty of the root. You bring it back after several hours. No other encounters in the forest. You run across some more tracks.
I cover our tracks on the way back.
Okay. So they do know where our village is.
Oh.
Just saying.
Oh.
All right. So you come back and something's going on in the village. I told you about those bamboo cages when you were coming in. There's several of these cages are being strung along a pole, and they're being moved heading out in this direction. Talina, you can look out of your hut and you see this is happening just as your party comes back.
Uh-huh.
All right, yeah. They just carry their prisoners off. As you come back, you've got some of the root ready.
I present him the root, and I'm like, if it helps the people of the village.
Ah, yes, it makes hunting a lot easier.
I give him what I found. I'm sure they kept whatever they found.
Yes, yeah.
So I give what I found to him.
Okay. If you want to trade, he'll give you a small pot of the finished poison.
Yeah, a pot?
Yeah, it's very greasy. They use fat mixed in with it, and you just kind of smear it on the edge of your spear or your arrowheads.
Okay.
So it's like a little jar, little pot, little clay jar.
/ pot of what kind of poison is it? I ask him.
It's just a minor paralytic. It just paralyzes the creature.
Paralytic potion. Okay. Works for me. I have that if anyone has pointy things.
When you guys are ready in the evening, I can do the spells.
Okay.
I've got 5 Cure Lights and 2 Cure Serious.
Go ahead and divvy it out if you want to do that. We can just pass another day.
Okay.
Fiber will probably just need one.
Yeah, just after resting for the night, I'll be one blow, so I don't even need it.
So Patty is the one who needs it.
Okay. Let me get to the 4th one here. Hold on. I'm trying to look at the Cure Serious. How much is that?
Is it 3? Is moderate still a cure spell?
Cure Critical. And I'm trying to get over here to. Sorry.
No, you're good.
Cure Serious. Here we go. Hold on. So I got 2 of these babies, and you fuckers. It
That's
tells me
probably all I'll need.
it's the same as the Cure Cleric. Okay. Well, rather than that, for right now, let me give you 5 Cure Lights,
Okay.
and let's go with that. Damn!
Okay.
I'm glad I'm getting these damn things out of the way over here.
Tillina is still mentally messed up from all of her time traveling that's been going on with Grown Wolf.
I'm totally messed up, man.
Get those low rolls out now.
I'm telling you.
Is
Okay, and
Cure
I got
Serious
2.
3d8 then, or 2?
I'm trying to look at what Cure Serious is. I'm just trying. Here, no, that's Cure Critical. Damn it. Sorry.
It's okay. Grown Wolf was our.
All right,
dedicated
Cure
healer.
Serious is 2d8 plus 1.
Oh, it's only 2.
Thank you.
Okay.
So
You said you have 2 of
48
them?
plus 2. 48 plus 2.
I rolled 19.
Oh, you want to do it? Okay, you do
I
it.
did it real quick.
Okay.
Okay, so
How late? How
I'm
down
good.
are you now?
I'm good. After we rest, I'll be at full.
Okay.
All right. So you're going to rest again through the night?
Mhm.
So Patty's going to be at full. Fiber will be at full. Next morning, Patty, roll me a d6.
Yeah, 1.
Okay. You don't know. Every morning you check your kit, and it's just part of your normal thing to check your boots and everything for anything that might have gone in there overnight. You check your pack to make sure scorpions or whatever have crawled in. The stones are missing.
Oh. I tell Fiber.
But your boots are missing?
The stones.
Why'd
His
I hear
stones are
boot?
missing.
The glowy magical stones.
The drow.
Yeah, that's the first thought to me. Is
Yep.
probably the trial,
But he didn't see that we had them.
but we spoke to him about it.
It's always the drow.
We said we were only missing one.
To him? Or to the
Wouldn't-
chieftain?
Was it to him or the chieftain?
The
I don't remember.
chieftain. We were told not to tell people about the stones, so we didn't really bring it up until the chieftain.
So there weren't very many people that knew about them then.
Yeah.
Are there any guards outside of the chieftains?
No.
No.
Well, wait. Are you talking about the chieftain, or are you talking about the wise man? The wise man just had the dark elf outside, who seemed to be basically his manservant. The chieftain here, you're actually not sure where his hut is. Like, he brought you in, but you never went to his home. So what do you do?
I go to the shaman.
Okay. Well, you step out of the hut. And the first thing that you notice is the village is empty.
Oh.
Oh,
You
shit.
don't see a single person outside. You don't see anyone that are going with their fishing nets out to the lake. There's
Is
no
there
one.
stuff still there?
You want to go into a hut and find out?
Yeah.
I'll peek in one, yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Doesn't look like they took anything with them.
Well, like this.
I'm gonna go to the shaman and see if he's home.
Okay. So you take off to the hut. He's not there.
So they took our
Is-
shit and they're trying to escape.
Is stuff still cooking there?
No. But it doesn't look like anything was packed up either.
Well, they're probably leaving it all there.
I think we should check the portal down south real quick. Ooh,
Yeah, because they're probably trying to make their escape.
something like that, yeah.
Again, this is not as large of an area as the map may lead you to believe. Each hex is only 10 feet.
Yeah.
So you run back through using the paths, I take it.
Mhm.
Heading south, you get to the platform. There's no one there. Completely empty. Nothing seems to have changed from the last time you were here.
Any sign of recent traffic?
Do you have any ability to track?
Yes.
Make me a roll.
What do I roll?
It should tell you under your tracking skill.
Oh, let me check. Survival. Wait, that's not tracking. Hold on. Tracking. Equal to that of a ranger of the same level. It's 90%.
Okay, go ahead. There are no tracks but your own, and it's several days old. No one else has come this way in the last 24 hours.
Okay. Strange. We should go to that other place. The place they don't want us to go to.
That's what I'm thinking. There's got to be something cool there.
Okay, yeah, you were just told vaguely up north. So how do you want to get there?
Is there
By
a path
going-
that leads there?
This way.
Yeah,
Okay, so you want to go straight down the middle? All right.
Yeah.
might as well. Yeah.
Yeah.
So for a bit, you don't see anything, although with your ability to track, you do see that this is the direction they went. Eventually, you hit something very interesting as you come upon what looks like just a giant, it's two gigantic doors that start at the ground and just seem to go up and up. Two twin doors. They almost look like a tower. They're so tall. They're 30 feet wide. They rise at least 100 feet up. There are no markings or handles or hinges. On either side of the door, cascade down this waterfall. And this waterfall is what creates the two rivers that go off to either side, west and east. And as you see in front of you, there's like a small altar on a black stone platform. There are 3 gems that have been placed in holes there. And you notice that the door itself is slightly ajar.
Oh, I push it open.
Okay. Push it open. What you see beyond it is interesting. It's a long hallway. It stretches as far as you can see. And there are these clear, like glass walls every 15 feet or so along. And in the middle of these glass walls, there's a door, and all the doors are opened. But since you can see, they're all opened. And as you can see through the glass, this hallway just stretches on and on and on. But each door that you see is opened.
Every door.
Every door. There must be hundreds of these doors and crystal or see-through walls.
I just glance through one, not going through it, but looking through it when I walk by the first one.
Okay.
Does it look like a portal somewhere, or is it just like a white light, or?
No, it looks very much like a glass wall that has a door in the frame, and the door is open. And if you look past it 15 feet in, there's another glass wall, another door that's open. And this just repeats every 15 feet for as far as you can see.
Oh. I would like to detect illusion.
Does my true sight show anything?
It
Oh,
shows you
yeah.
exactly what you see.
Alright, I have a 30% chance to see if it's an illusion or phantasm. Nope. Alright.
You prove to yourself that it's not an illusion by walking right into one of the glass walls. It
Okay.
hurts.
It's glass. I want to smash it. I kind of look back at everyone and I shrug confusedly. And I think I'm just going to keep going forward down the hallway.
Okay.
Is there a door at all in the straightaway?
There's every 15 feet there's a door, but the doors they're all opened.
I thought you meant to the sides.
No.
Oh, okay. Yeah, let's go.
Here, there's a little graphic.
Yeah, just keep going.
Now
It's
that
going to be one of those
there
Rahasia
we
things,
go.
and we're like going in a circle.
Yep.
Okay, they're all open. Okay, that makes sense. Yeah, I'm just gonna start running then if that's the case. I thought it was like side by side doors. I just start going through the doors. Do I look like I'm getting further away to the rest of the party?
Absolutely, yeah.
Okay.
It's just long. The hallway is just incredibly long.
I can run for 3 days without getting tired. I was born for this.
All right, Forrest Gump.
Yeah, just
I
stop
was
running and
running.
just keep walking. He's not going to stop.
All right.
Well,
Are you guys following?
Yeah.
Yeah, but not
Yeah.
running like he is.
So as you're going by, you're noticing that here and there, there's some discarded bit of kit from some of the tribesmen, like they've unloaded an extra, sling with goods in it, just to lighten the load. Here and there, just thrown on the ground as you continue forward. You guys go for a while, a very long time. The corridor stretches for 3 miles.
Yes.
Before you come to, and let me show it here on the map a little bit better. See that on the bottom or top left? It ends at a closed double doors, seeming to be made of gold, 30 feet wide, 100 feet tall again. To either side, though, there are smaller doors, and some of them are opened, and you see the scorched remains of bodies. Most of them have been charred down to just bones and cinder. Some of them are like bits of the flesh of an arm are left, and then everything else has just been burned clean off.
Recent?
Yeah, it smells recent too. Smells pretty bad. There's a smell of burned meat in the room.
Orbs anywhere?
There's maybe 20 or 30 bodies hanging out either side of the door that you can see. The stones you saw coming in, they were in.
Right. They were in the guys. Okay. That's the side doors, right?
That's the side doors. Yep.
All right, let's go to the middle door, I guess, because that doesn't look like a good idea on the side.
Okay. There's runes cut into the front of the door. As Patty, you step in front of them. The runes kind of shimmer for a moment, and then you can read them quite easily. It's actually in whatever native dialect your character's barbarian comes from.
Oh.
It says, "My monument to Phoenix, good friend and true, stands watch over the way to the gate of my tomb. Walk that path straight and narrow. Do not waver or falter, and your chance will be given to come to my altar."
I read it. I stare at it. I read it again. Patty keeps staring at it. He picks his nose for a second. He flicks it. He turns to the party and goes, "Just go forward. Don't move any other way." It just goes to push the doors open.
Okay. Make me a Ben Bars lift gate roll.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. 10 bags full. Where's my character sheet? It's somewhere in all these windows. Oh my god.
Can I assist with that?
Not just yet. Let's let him roll it first. And actually,
Assist.
you can't really assist in D&D.
I would like
D&D.
to spend a reroll. In fact, I'm gonna spend 4 of them to automatically
jeez.
succeed.
Okay, yeah, burn those rerolls. You grunt and push, and it seems like you're not going to be able to do it. You're cracking the pavement below your feet, but eventually you do just throw the doors wide.
Hmm. What's behind door number 2?
So light and flame fill your senses. Before you, 110-foot square room. It's filled with fire, specifically 4 lakes of fire. There's jets of fire that soar out of these pits 100 feet above you into the dome ceiling. There's 4 sets of golden doors in the center of each wall. And then there's another door in each wall on each side of the double doors, much like the ones you just came through. And then there's a platform that goes to the center of this, these 4 pits of fire. And then there's something in the center of that platform that just kind of glistens and glitters in the light. It kind of makes a rainbow haze pattern around it from all the reflected light. The thing that draws your attention, though, is that 30 feet up in the air, suspended off the ceiling, is this iron triangle. And on this iron triangle sits an iron statue of a phoenix.
All right. I'll go first. Go straight through forward, not faltering. I'm just going.
You take several steps into the room. The iron phoenix comes to life and takes to the air.
All right. What did it say about the phoenix again? It said,
"My monument to Phoenix, a good friend and true, stands watch over the way to the gate of my tomb."
"Stands watch over way to the gate of my tomb." What way was he facing when we came in?
He was facing towards you.
Okay. And then it said, "Continue forward, do not falter, or stray from the path," or whatever.
Yep.
Yeah, I just keep going. I just
Okay.
ignore the giant bird.
The
Just-
bird lets loose gouts of fire at you on the path. Okay. So you guys see these fireballs being unleashed from this phoenix, and they get very incredibly close to Patty as he's running. He's running forward towards the center. What are the rest of you guys doing?
See if Patty makes it.
You're just going to sit and wait?
Nope.
Okay, Patty. You get to the center, and the center of the platform. This phoenix continues to hover around you, just throwing balls of fire down on you.
Uh-huh. I'm not faltering. I ignore the thing in the middle of the room, and I keep running through,
Yeah.
straight across to the other double doors.
Oh, you're going to go all the way across?
Yeah, so go through and do not falter. I'm like, that's a distraction. I'm going all the way across.
So you hit the center where you cross over, which it looks like maybe a 5-foot crystal disc that's inset in the floor, and you run over top of it and you continue on. Roll me initiative.
Oh, great. All right, that is right here.
You guys don't roll just yet. Let's just do Patty. So you can add your dex to your roll, your dex
I
bonus.
think it adds it already. Yeah, 5.
Okay. You go first, and your action's basically just to continue to run. Is that
Run.
correct?
Run like hell to the other
Okay.
door.
Okay. Give me a second. Okay, take 8 points of damage as one of the fireballs strikes you. The other one gets very close but doesn't. So you are just breathed in fire. What kind of armor do you have, if anything?
A loincloth of fish command +2.
Okay, so you're okay. Well, hold on.
At least he says, "What do you have?" Not "What did you have?"
Yeah, so that's fine. I mean, basically your hair is burning, your eyebrows
Don't
are
have
burning.
hair.
You run on, and then the thing kind of does this soar where it gets really near you, and it pulls back with its wings, and it just this ear-shattering screech that's kind of focused at your back as you continue to run.
Uh-huh.
This is gonna hurt.
Would you say that's a back attack?
No,
Okay.
no, because it really doesn't matter the facing.
Okay.
Oh boy, this is gonna hurt a lot. Your eardrums start to bleed, and you're pretty sure one of your eardrums shatter as
Okay.
this screech. Oh boy. Like 18 points of damage as you start bleeding from your nose and your ears as this just sonic screech just really shatters your brain pan. All of you guys notice. Well, actually, let's not say that yet. Everyone else roll a d6.
Mm.
Five for me.
Okay. Bill? Bill's not there. I'll roll for Bill. Okay. So Bill and Selena noticed that while the gouts of flame from the Phoenix got really close to Patty, they became a heck of a lot more accurate after Patty passed the mid portion of the room.
Okay.
All right. So now let's have everybody in. So everybody's in on this initiative. We'll get Jeff. Why don't you roll a d6 for your side?
Will do. Yep, thought I rolled it. Hold on, let me try it again. Sorry. There we go.
Okay. So it goes first. Patty's still running towards the doors on the opposite end of the room.
Do I have to roll too, or did you guys roll as a group?
It's a group.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so it's a group. They both miss. Gouts of flame go to either side as it pulls back up. Those are its attacks. So it's your guys' turn. Patty, you can make it to the doors at the end of the hallway with just your normal movement. So you get there. What's your action?
Push.
Okay.
Pull.
You push and you pull with all your might. There's no handles or anything on the doors, just like the rest of them. But you keep pushing and pulling, and then your hand rubs kind of like right over the middle part. And you realize that this is just paint on a wall. This isn't a door.
I suddenly realize that I have made a terrible mistake, and I turn. And do I have any more movement?
No.
All right, I turn and I'm like, stop in the middle.
What do the rest of you guys do?
Head to the middle.
Yeah, as we're going that way, I yell to Dunby, "Go left, I'll go right. Check the doors."
Okay, I'll do that.
So you guys are going to go to the middle. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60. So that's basically going to take an action for you to get to the middle. And then in the middle, you guys are going to go left and right. Is that what your idea is?
Yeah, I'm going right. Dunby going left.
Okay, Talina, what are you doing?
Straight up the middle.
So you're going to head to where Patty is, or are you stopping in the middle?
I'm going to stop in the middle.
Interesting. Okay. Fiber. Roll a d6 for your side.
That's a 2.
Go 4, so it goes first. It has a few targets now. It's either going to be Patty or your group. I'm just going to do Patty's odd. You guys are even. It goes after you guys, so you just reach the center area last round. So that's where you all are right now. So it comes in for an attack. It unleashes bolts of gouting fire that just they get really close to you, but they don't strike you. Okay, and so that it went on a 2. So segment 4, you guys can go. Is this where you guys break off left and right?
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay, you guys go left. Who goes left?
I go left.
Dumby goes left and 20, 30, 40, 50. Okay, so you can reach it. Fiber, you go right. You guys get there, and again, you got what looks like golden doors with these 2 smaller doors off each side, and you start pushing and pulling as well. What are you doing, Dion?
I'm going back to the middle like I told them all to do. I see them go off, and I'm like, what?
Okay.
Go and
Here's what
meet
happens.
Talina.
You run back to the middle. Talina's still in the middle. Fiber and Dunby have gone off to each side. Talina and Patty, the 5-foot kind of crystal disc that you're standing on starts to slowly descend and starts to slowly turn as it descends.
You just go, going down.
I start singing "I'm Every Woman," and I.
Next,
yank on the doors and hear that, turn around like shit, and turn to dart back the other way.
yeah. So this next round, go ahead, Oak. Roll a d6. Okay, you luckily get you get to go first on segment 2. What do you guys do?
Hauling ass and jumping to the diet.
I get ready to catch anyone.
It's the bodyguard scene. Patty catches Fiber. Dunby, what are you doing?
I don't know what's everyone else. I mean, I ran and I checked the doors, and I
Yeah, so you get there, and also you realize as you push and pound on what appears to be a door, it's just gold paint on a wall. It's not a door at all. And then you turn around and you see that the center of the room is slowly descending and turning as you see Talina and Patty start descending down the middle. You watch as Oak or Fiber hustles across the room and dives for it.
Yeah, I'm gonna do that too.
Okay.
I'm gonna catch Oak, and there's gonna be that action movie moment where the hero catches the heroine and they look into each other's eyes, and then I just drop Oak. Just drop Fiber right into the floor.
So you caught Fiber, so Fiber lands fine. Dunby, you take 3 points of damage as you drop, and it's already descended like 10 feet, so you're going to take 3 points of falling damage.
All right.
And it continues to slowly drop as it kind of spirals around. And the tube that is dropping through is also made through this kind of like glass. And you're seeing around you like a vast, it looks like a sea. You're actually even seeing creatures swimming around in it as you continue to go down, down, down. It continues to drop.
I pelvic thrust and control the fish. I want them to dance.
They dance. They do the Macarena as you continue.
It's a whole musical
descend.
number as we descend, Willy Wonka style.
Under the sea. Start singing Under the Sea. Come on.
There you go.
Under the sea. Under the...
Patty's just having the time of his life because he can play with his new magical toy.
Those poor fish are going to be scarred now. You just don't think about the psychological ramifications of your magic use.
Where did they get the maracas? That's what.
Yeah. Little mariachi band of fish.
Mm-hmm. Los pescados.
So the shaft that you've been slowly being lowered through, it suddenly opens up and you drop through the ceiling of a very large room. It's a cathedral of crystals. It's brilliantly lit up, and it's in a kind of like a hexagon shape. hundreds of feet across from side to side. You guys are descending from an incredible height, 1,000 feet up. It's still slowly coming down. Finally, comes to a gentle rest on the floor. In the center of the room, just forward of you. So you guys are on this little white speck in the map here. You're right there.
We've descended into GURPS.
So there's a platform of white stone in front of you. There's stairs that lead up to it from all sides, as it's like made of concentric circles. And there are crystals on top of the platform. They're kind of too far away to see very clearly, though.
Oh. Do
And
we
then there
have the other crystals? Did somebody grab the other crystals?
Nobody grabbed them.
Nobody grabbed them.
Oh, damn it.
Now we're stuck. Because do we see any way for this thing to go back up?
Not that you see. You're still standing
Step
on the
off.
platform.
Step off of the platform, but as soon as it starts going up, step back on.
Yeah. As soon as all your weight's off, it starts going back up. And so if somebody quickly gets onto it, it'll lower itself again.
Does it stay down though?
As long as there's somebody standing on it, yes.
Oh.
Okay.
Can I like jump and like it goes up, and then as soon as I land, I jump again, and it just.
If you just jump, it doesn't start. It takes a few moments for it to start going up after the weight's off of it. So just jumping doesn't do anything.
God, that little cursed ring.
Yeah. So again, ahead of you, it's about 60 feet away, is this big platform, and you can see that there's some crystals in the middle of it that kind of go up.
I go check it out.
Okay. You walk up to it, and what you see is it's a replica. It's a tiny miniature replica of how you originally got here. The 6 crystal towers around the middle place but this time, instead of there just being a platform, you see like there's a building in the middle of it. But the first thing that you notice is there are only 3 towers. There should be 6, and there's places for 6, but there are only 3 of them placed. So it's missing. The model's missing 3 of the towers.
Okay. So
You also notice that the corners where the towers are lead off into the 6 passages that you see radiating around the hex.
Potion of gaseous form. Anybody? Potion of gaseous form?
No.
Nope. In the bag? Nothing?
So which one is a pillar? The white or the black?
I'm sorry. Oh, you're looking at the middle of that thing?
Yeah.
So the black are the placed pillars, and then the non-black ones are the missing pillars.
Okay. So I think we should go down the path with the missing pillars and find the pillars.
No, they're up. The stones are upstairs.
Now, the spots on here don't look like the stones would fit. Like, you've got 3 crystal pillars, and there should be 6. So you're looking for something that looks like these little crystal pillars.
So are the little blue or the little purple path, are they dark paths or light paths?
Those are the paths where the pillars coincide with. It looks
And they're
like.
dark. Yeah, they're dark. The hallways are dark.
I see. Okay. Well, then I guess we need to go through the paths of light.
But we're the baddies.
I would take the southeast one.
All of you guys roll me a d6. Okay. There we go. So Dumby actually no, it's only Patty that notices as you're stepping away from the miniature and the central area. There's writing on the floor, but it's in really big letters that you don't really notice as you're standing on it. It's only as you're backing away that you notice that there are letters. So there's writing all over the floor up here.
Oh, and I kind of back up and try and read it.
Okay. Again, it kind of swims as you focus on it, but then it's in a language from your youth that you're very well acquainted with. It says 6 paths to glory, 6 paths to doom, 6 paths to minarets, that the keys to my tomb. Replace the 6 minarets from the places now hidden, and you may then enter to my tomb you are bidden. Be valiant and faithful, there is always a way, and if you survive it, you'll have glory this day.
So it's
Martek-
half done for us. It's
Martek
half
was
done
a,
already.
Martek was a confounded poet. Obviously he's just was really bad. Just really bad poetry. Yeah.
Why do I keep thinking of whenever he puts a poem out there, it's like those are lyrics for discarded songs from Seventh Son of a Seventh Son.
Yeah. He's a huge Iron Maiden fan. And
Yeah.
I say we go to the southeast corner. Start there.
Let's do it.
so this one.
Yep.
All right. I need a marching order. The corridors are a lot wide enough that you can go 2 side by side and still have room to fight.
Fiber and I in the front.
Yep.
I'll bring up the rear.
All right. So it branches. You come to an end, and then you can go essentially, if you're facing that direction, left or right. One side is lit, though the other side is not lit.
Well, let's go the lit way.
Sounds
This
good.
seems- what could possibly go wrong?
I'm sure it'll be fine.
Okay. There's a woman on a small platform as you come into the room. You see that there is a crystal minaret laying with other treasure that's scattered around. She's on her she's kneeling down, absolutely motionless, but you can see there's like tears streaming out of her eyes.
I walk up and approach her.
Okay.
Is there writing on the floor as I approach this room, or
There's not.
okay? I'm just gonna approach her and I'm gonna put a hand on her shoulder and just, are you okay?
Okay. You put a hand on her shoulder. All right. Roll me save versus spell.
Yes. I'm in danger. Save versus spell. Nope.
Okay.
I'm gonna use a reroll because then we'll have 69 rerolls left, and I feel that's a good feeling. The lady looks at me and says, "Nice," and gives me a thumbs up and resumes crying.
Okay.
Yes.
You are not frozen in place as a statue, doomed to be able to see, hear, and smell, and live forever, but unable to move.
That would kind of suck.
Yeah, so you're okay.
Does she respond, or
No.
do I know that a spell was just casted on me?
Probably your hair's kind of stood on end, being a barbarian and all, sensitive to such things.
And does this appear to be an actual woman or just a
It
statue?
does. No, it appears to be. It looks like it's actually one of. Other than the fact that the woman is taller and fair of skin, she has the looks of the villagers above.
I don't trust her, man. We should just offer.
As you say that, and after I kind of have that realization that a spell was cast on me, I go to paste her with the maul.
Oh, jeez.
I go to
Oh,
paste
yeah.
her with the maul.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
All right. The motionless person who cannot defend herself they just splatter, and she does. Like there's viscera, brains, and gore. The sprays everywhere.
Nice. I'm such a horrible person.
All right, I turn around and I give a thumbs up to the party. Blood and like an eyeball falling off my head and like.
Okay.
Thumbs
So
up
there
back.
is
so
a
cheery. It's hard to be mad at him.
so there is a crystal, a piece of crystal laying on the floor.
Whoo, piece of candy.
What else is on the floor?
There's like various bits of gold and silver, very old coins. Yeah, I mean, just scattered about. It looks like they were all in a clay urn that was shattered. Actually, it looks like the urn was dropped, like she dropped it maybe because how her hands are placed, and this all just kind of scattered out around her.
Anything else in the room?
No, there's a passage going left and right,
Just coins.
and
huh?
forward.
Okay, I'm going to grab a handful of coins and tuck them in a
Okay.
purse.
All right.
Just a handful.
So actually, these are well lit. So I'll go ahead and reveal these two areas. And this area here is lit to a point, and it becomes dark again.
We got the crystal. I think we should go put it back.
Sounds good.
Head back.
Let's head back.
Okay. You head back. You have a crystal. What do you want to do?
I want to put it in the corresponding slot that we come out. You know, it's that one that's right over here or whatever. The
Okay.
side.
So the hallway that it faces, the one that you just came out of, goes
Yeah.
dark.
Oh. All right. I think I'd like to solve the puzzle. Go to the northwest this time. I point and I wait for everyone to agree, and I just start walking anyways.
Okay. I assume you're keeping the same marching order.
Yeah.
All righty then. So as you enter this room, there in the center of the area, there's a crystal ball that sits on like a little pedestal of white polished stone.
It's a crystal ball.
That's what it looks like.
Is there anything inside of it?
You want to get close enough to find out?
Yeah.
I want to get 30 feet away from it.
Okay.
Hey, if we've learned anything from Lord of the Rings, it's that crystal balls just laying around are fine.
Exactly.
Right? But yeah,
there is an image in the crystal ball. You get 30 feet away, so you can see well enough. You see another one of those crystal minarets. It's resting on a crystal island with red clouds forming and spinning a storm around it. So you're seeing an image, and it's moving. It's not a static image.
Do I smash it?
Yes.
Well, we got to get out of the room. I mean, you can throw your maul, right?
Yup.
I think we should get out of the room because whatever is going to come out is going to poison the hell out of everybody.
Yeah.
Well, I wait for you guys to get behind me, and I'm 30 feet away. Probably
All
like,
right.
how big are these squares?
10-foot squares.
Okay, yeah, so I'm back here
Mm-hmm.
or something. Yeet!
You yeet it. I'm not going to have you roll. It's right on target, and your maul hits it, and it just slides down. Like it struck it. Like there's even like this, like a gong ringing sound that did not smash the crystal.
I frown. I go in after it. I just begrudgingly saunter into the room to get my maul.
Just reach in and get it.
Yeah, I'm just gonna get it and see if anything happens when I go to retrieve it, and I'm right next to it.
Nothing.
Okay.
Does his hand go through the crystal?
If you touch the crystal, no, it's solid. Nothing happens to you though.
I turn around to everyone and I give a thumbs up.
Lift it. Let's go.
Thumbs up back.
Deal with it.
You can't lift it.
Mm,
You try and you strain, and you cannot lift the crystal ball off the pedestal.
okay. What's it look like inside? An image of it on a. You said
Yeah,
it's an
what
image
it
of
looks
a,
like, it's you see the crystal, and it's laying on a crystal island with red clouds all around it. It's kind of spinning around
in the crystal ball, right?
in the crystal ball. Yeah,
All right.
Anything above us, around us?
they're the ceilings are pretty high. They're like 100 feet ceilings, and then you do have offshoots. Like there's rooms to the east and west again, or to the
Mhm.
right and left. Here I'll. So there's something in those rooms.
Okay. Let's try the other room because maybe this is a diversion.
Mm.
Which room are you talking about? You can ping it on there.
I can't ping it. Oh well.
Okay.
Well, I guess I could ping it from here because I have my character sheet up. J5A.
J5A. Okay. All right.
What do we have in that room?
So when you enter this room, there is like another one of these crystal spheres on the floor, kind of like what the elevator that brought you down is on the
Mhm.
floor there.
I'm gonna go walk on top of it. Get on top of it.
Okay. You guys watch Talina walk over the top of it, and she disappears.
Jolita, I
Does it
run
appear
after
to
her.
like teleport or an invisibility type thing?
Well, you have true sight, so she's just not there anymore. Make of that what you want to.
If she didn't just like go invisible, she disappeared. She's gone.
Yep. She's gone. She's
That's what I tell
gone.
everybody.
I'm in the crystal. I'm in the crystal.
I run to J5
I'm in
as
the
well.
crystal.
You step on the
Do you hear
crystal.
anything?
Yep.
Yeah, you guys all step on, and
Yep.
you are teleported. Let's see, K1A. All right.
So maybe there's little teleportation areas.
I don't like the way he went all the way across the screen.
I
Yeah.
know.
I'm
Let's
scared.
see, Underdark. Here we go, Underdark. Here we go.
No,
Underdark.
I'm just trying to. Give me a second. I gotta get it censored on the.
Fog of War.
Yeah. There it is.
Oh, it's a natural land of beauty and little tiny special care.
Okay. You appear at the back of a huge cavern built of polished white stone. At the top of the cavern is a fantastic height, the walls stretching into the distance, all lined with spots of brilliant white light. Trees and shrubbery grow in this like garden-like area. There's bushes lining several neat paths down the hall. Behind you, two large carved stone figures stand at the back wall. One of them is labeled Time, and you can all read this in whatever language it is your native tongue. And the other is labeled Space. Between them, there's a large obelisk with writings carved into it. And up ahead, the ceiling ends, and you can see glowing red light through it.
Is the shrubbery well tended?
No, it's wild grown.
Wow.
Is there a shrubbery?
It's a wild shrubbery.
That shrubbery's out of control.
Start walking in the opposite direction. Start walking north.
Okay. So Talina starts walking off. What's the rest of you doing?
Guess follow Talina. She seems
Yeah.
to know what she's doing.
Okay. The ceiling that's high overhead suddenly ends in a jagged edge of broken stone. There's thousands of red clouds rolling rapidly through the sky, bathing the entire area in like a ruby colored light. The trees are starting to look diseased and limp. The shrubbery is sickly yellow colored. Jagged rocks litter the paths ahead. You can barely see the dim glow of the wall lights, so things are starting to get darker as you're moving on.
Wasn't there a red coloring in that?
Yeah, and this looks similar. Yeah, this looks very similar to that color.
We're in the little thing. All right. Let's keep going. I think we're probably in the little thing.
So it starts to resemble more and more like a craggy mountainside. The vegetation stops, so it gets more and more withered until you're now in just like a blasted landscape. The trees are dead, stripped of all their leaves. The bushes reach out with barren branches. And then you do see a rock path continue on where it says K2 there. And then all around you now, like if you look over the edges of this rocky area, there's just swirling red mist all around. So like this is like an island floating around in this red, dark sky.
Keep going north.
Yeah.
All signs of life stop here. No more trees, no more brushes. Nothing grows as far as you can see. The ground around you kind of ends in cliffs that drop straight off. Can't see the bottom. Further ahead, you see the winds carrying red clouds and glowing storms in the distance, like with electrical arcs of lightning. Rain and thunder can be heard. And there's a very single thin path of stone that continues on forward.
Go forward.
All right. So, Talina, as you go forward, the winds start buffeting you. And this is a really narrow stretch of rock here. And as you step onto it, the gusts of the wind start to pick up quite a bit. Make me a dex check.
Okay. Let's see here. My dex be a 16.
Okay. It slows you down. Your movement
that was my dex is a 16. My roll is a 3.
Yeah. So you carefully step onto the rock and you make it across into the next larger area. What are the rest of you guys doing?
I follow.
Yeah, me too.
Okay, everybody that follows through, give me a dex check.
I succeed. High success.
All right. Yeah, you cross without any problem, really.
12,
Dunby?
16.
No, I'm gonna make a reroll.
Sorry, 12 of 15.
Okay, you're fine. Dunby's going to use a reroll.
Yeah, made it that time.
Yeah, everybody makes it across. And there's a kind of a distortion effect as you step across. Like it looks like it's just feet away to the next kind of safe area. But as you start walking, that feet becomes tens of feet. And then it's like 20 feet. And then you take another step and it's like you're there. So there's a little distortion and stretching of time as you step off into this new area.
Okay.
I start to worry about what Patty said earlier about, warping of space and time. Like, and then I remember I'm not even in the world that I'm from. So, whatever.
All right.
Sorry.
The winds are blowing very hard. The dex check will serve you through this just fine, though. You're able to, some of you kind of just slow down or just drop your center of gravity so that you're a little lower to the ground so you're not going to be swept off. And there's just this vortex of just reddish light and lightning crackling off everywhere. We don't have any mages in our party now, do we?
I am a
No,
natural
not with it.
mage.
Patty.
Actually, Talina, make me an intelligence check. What is your intelligence?
I believe it's 10. Let me double check here. Doo-doo. Doo-doo. 10.
Okay. You, since you're more in tune with the nature of place, you're absolutely certain that you're on another plane. There's nothing that's really natural here. That little bit of vegetation at the front, at the beginning, you think may have just whatever power teleported you here might have teleported a few seeds with them, and this grew over time. But the natural inclination of this space is there's no vegetation here, so you're fairly certain you're not on the same plane of existence. But other than that, I'm not really sure.
And this is that little red cloud there. That
Yeah,
little
it's a
red
hole.
area?
It's a
It's
hole.
a hole. I look at the hole anyway. Is there anything down there?
You just get the sensation that there's an incredible drop off, but you can't see. There's so much of this red clouds and mist going around that you can't make out ground below you.
Using my spear, I'm gonna tap over there. Is there solid ground, and is it just covered by the mist, or is it really a drop off?
No, it seems, well, as long as your spear is, so you poke through, and it just seems to be empty air.
Okay.
And Fiber has a magic item that gives him true sight. So, like, what you're seeing is really there.
Continue up to the, just to the end of it all to make sure this is all solid. Is this really, is there any further to go, or is that it?
Well, no, you see that it continues on this way. Who's in the lead? Who's in the lead?
I've been doing the lead.
Me and Patty.
Okay.
Yeah, you guys can take over because I was just walking.
All right. So those behind Fiber and Patty kind of see them moving ahead, and you see them kind of like stretch and elongate as like their back leg stays in place, their forward goes forward, and then you blink, and then suddenly they're like 40 feet away from you. You guys look back, and the rest of the party is like so far behind, and like you've just taken a few steps.
So we're gonna
stop for a minute, and
I'll continue to go forward.
Okay. You walk forward. You guys watch as Talina seems to almost like race forward. Like it's like taking a still frame and then just speeding it up. It's like she zooms forward and she's with you. But at the same time, Dunby, it seems to take forever for one foot to fall in front of the other and the next foot to come over. It seems like it's taking just an eternity for him just to take a couple of steps.
I guess it just looks to me like everybody's running.
Yeah, you can see them in the distance, and you're moving forward as normal to you, and you're getting there. You're not sure how they got ahead of you so fast. So we got about 10 minutes left in the session, but if you guys don't mind, let's go ahead and cut it here there because this next bit is probably going to take a bit, and it would be something that would be good to do in one take instead of doing a split on it.
No problem.
So we will leave you in this place of strange red skies, floating isles. That Tinalina is absolutely sure is not something to be found on the prime material plane. Yeah. Oak, you playing some more games tonight? What do you got going on?
Yes, sir. About an hour, we'll be doing some 5e homebrew, And what's tonight? Tuesday. Then we'll be back Friday for some more with the same DM, different campaign. And then Saturday nights at midnight, I run my Grimdark Homebrew.
Beyond, what you got going on?
Well, when I'm not playing TTRPGs with all my super cool, awesome friends like you guys, you can find me on my channel at Substances Used. Right now, I've been doing a lot of GTA 5 roleplay, having a lot of fun with that and that community in there. So, if you see me live, come check me out. It's guaranteed to give you a giggle.
Good stuff. Bill, got anything going on with the frogs?
Just continuing to run Lost City of Baracus. I think we're up to session 31 now there. Finishing up the part 2 of the Splinters of Faith. And I'm starting my own Dwaro Deep campaign tomorrow. So
Nice.
we'll see what happens.
That's a long haul game right there.
Yeah.
Jeff, we still don't have a Kickstarter. What's going on?
I got talked into doing, not really talked into it. It was a good idea. Doing a stretch goal. So what we did is we took one of the adventures in the first book and we've extended it, expanded it. Peter Frane's doing brand new art for it and it's almost done. So we're going to toss in one stretch goal into the game. So
Nice.
into the Kickstarter.
Okay. And if you know where we are, you know where you can find us. Best place to go is actually the podcast homepage, Blue Magic, BLUMAGIK. All of our links can be found on that site there. Our next game is this Friday. It's going to be BX Dungeons and Dragons playing in Mystara. This Saturday, I am running Weird Frontiers, which is a horror Western game on the official Goodman Games channel. And so that should be a lot of fun. And alternating every other Saturday, we started a Cyberpunk Red game. It's turning out to be quite fun. So please catch us for that. And I guess that's all, guys. Say goodnight to everybody.
Take it easy,
Good
guys.
Night, everybody. Have a good one.
everybody.